the reality? What's the reality?
What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of What's the Reality? You guys, today I am joined by one of the most beautiful couples I've ever seen, if I'm being honest.
Oh my God, I'm like the greatest compliment.
No, just so beautiful, so stunning. They gave us one of the most iconic love stories on reality TV. Please welcome your former Bachelorette, Charity, and her fiance, Dotun.
Oh my goodness, hi.
Welcome to What's the Reality, y'all.
Thank you.
You guys, okay, before I even get into these cards,
Yes.
I am a Charity stan.
No, literally.
Like, stan.
I don't think you guys understand. I'm like, me and Adi, this is our first time like meeting in person. But I'm like, she's like my sister. She's like my best friend.
Literally best friends on
crazy.
socials. Like, we've been talking. I mean,
ever since like you were on Letter's Blood, I was like, no, I am so invested.
I was watching your season and like to be honest, did not really watch The Bachelor.
I don't blame you.
Until I saw this beautiful queen on my screen. I was like, my popcorn, my wine,
hello.
like, and we've been locked in ever since.
Yes.
So this was a long time coming.
Yes.
And then she shows up with her 20 feet tall fiance, which I get it because how tall are you?
6'8" if I'm being honest.
Okay, if you're being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a few inches taller than my husband. So I see.
You understand it. We got it.
So I want to thank you guys for coming to the
my God,
podcast. We have
thank
so
you.
much to get into,
Yes,
especially
we
with
do.
all the
There's a
Bachelorette
lot.
drama.
What's
happening.
Just some small things going on.
Just a little bit.
I know you guys live in New York City.
Yeah.
So what brought you guys to LA?
So we're just here for work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how we ended up in actual New York was because Dot was already living there. And after we obviously got engaged on this show, I was contemplating if we wanted to stay in LA or if I wanted to go back to the South. And I knew the South was probably not going to be an option for me. I was like, let me get out of here while I can. And since he had already kind of established his roots there, he was like, well, if we want to go back and like get our own place, I think you would like it. Let's try it out. And we did. I hated it for the first year.
Yeah.
It was very
The
hard.
weather.
Yeah, I
is
was like, I was very
insane.
open about it,
Yeah.
right? Like, I feel like I expressed that a lot. I was like, I'm not sure if I want to like stay here. And then I think I kind of turned the tide a little bit and was like, you know what? I actually like New York.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, what part of the South are you from?
Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, so like an
you're
hour
used to
30
that
south of
heat.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I'm a Boston girl that moved to Charlotte.
Oh, so you did the
Yeah, I did the
oh,
opposite.
interesting.
And I will never go back Northeast, never again.
Yeah, the winter was really hard. I was like,
rough.
I did not own any jackets. I
Yeah.
had like 2 jackets when
Yeah.
I moved up there.
Yeah.
And now my whole closet's like all these
just
jackets.
coats, yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think I've learned to appreciate it just because it's like helped me grow
Yeah.
and like challenge myself. I think the big thing of New York is like it's at your convenience, but it's also not. Like it requires you to do a lot more than what a standard person could probably get in their car going to Target and getting something. It's like,
and it moves a little bit quicker than
It
the
does,
South.
yes,
yeah, people
yes.
talk a little faster.
Yeah,
a little
like,
bit
it's like, you
ruder.
better be on
you
top
gotta,
of
you
it.
gotta be on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, Dotun, is that where you're from? Were you?
No.
Where are you from?
Well, born in Nigeria,
Yes.
but raised in Fresno, so not far from here.
Okay.
Yeah, the Central Cal. Come on, 559, stand
know.
up. Repping the 559. That's why I got the hell up out of there, though.
I love it.
Yeah, so once the pandemic happened, I moved back home for a little bit, but then I was like, I know I want to go somewhere big.
Yeah.
And I'd lived all over California, and so New York was really the only place. So I
love
came out
that.
for a little bit, tested it out, loved it, and the rest
Yeah.
is history.
Okay. that's
Without that, I
beautiful.
wouldn't have ever met this one.
I
you know?
know.
It's a little butterfly effect.
Oh, I love that. Wait, so what has life been like since you two got engaged on The Bachelorette?
Oh my gosh. I'm like, where do we begin? I feel like it's been good, but I think there is like a misconception of like, oh my goodness, like your life's completely changed and it's this like big fairy tale. Like obviously we are so grateful for like the show and how we met. Like obviously without that, I like to think that we would have found our way to each other, but I don't know. And so for the show, obviously very grateful for that, but it comes with like life really does begin after the camera stopped rolling and you're adjusting to life. I'm now living with someone that I have not spent this much time with. It's like all of these things that I feel like people don't really understand who just watch us obviously on TV, and it's far more, there's so much more that goes into it. But it's been good, but also like I won't sugarcoat. There has been like just, you know, the highs and lows that you have to figure out. And that's life. Yeah. You want to add to that?
No, I mean, you nailed it. Pretty much summed it up. Yeah. It's no, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's been like she said, very grateful. Every day I wake up super happy for the experience, you know, from not wanting to go on that show to all of a sudden being a finalist, getting engaged, and there's, as you know, a lot of opportunities that comes with this that, again, very blessed, things that we would never get to do in a million years. And like, what else is life about if you don't do those things? But it comes with a lot too, right? And like career-wise too, like a lot of turmoil over like, what path do I want to take, right? Because you have a whole life before, what does it look like after? And obviously, like you said, getting to know your partner. That's also, like you said, ups and downs, you know, you're figuring a lot of things out. And then also it's just like all the travel and all these things, like, again, that's really underrated. And I actually went back home in December, and it was really eye-opening because I talked to a lot of my old friends back in Fresno, and they all have this totally different perspective of what's going on. They think like life's great and hey, you know, and like some of them are like salty, like, hey, you don't talk. I'm like, bro, because I'm like sad and depressed like half the time, you know, like I'm like trying to figure stuff out. So people have no idea. But again, like overall very blessed. Like would never complain.
You know, I feel like there's so much in that I feel like I understand. On like a
I know you
not
get
a surface level. Because like Ollie and I, we met on TV. We got engaged shortly after, and like everything that we've done has been in a span of a year.
Correct. Which I'm like, you guys have accomplished a lot.
Year.
I know.
Like,
he
moved to a different country. I moved to a different city and state. We got engaged. We got pregnant. I had a baby. We lived together. It's just all in a year in the public eye. So there's so much that I'm hearing in here that I can like
relate.
Hear and like I feel you guys on a spiritual level.
Like people don't, because I'm like, you know, it's like that's what social media is. It's like you guys just see like the highlight reels, which I'm like, I try to be as transparent, but I also like I'm very protective over myself and over him and my family. So it's like certain things I'm just like, I'm not just going to be super vocal about, but it's like I try to like, you know, share as much as we can of like, okay, it's just been like a harder season for us, like whether that's health, whether that's, you know, whatever it is. It's like I try to be open without going into so much detail, but I think people don't really understand. And it's like they think it's so simple. No, it's that too. I'm like, they definitely don't care. They're like, okay, so when are you getting married now? I'm like, sorry, I'm trying to save up money. Thank you. Like it's a lot.
Literally, are you ready for your second?
Yeah, it's like it's so invasive
healing.
Sometimes, but you know, I like it, but I don't. You know, there's
it is very interesting.
Yeah.
What's something that the audience would be surprised to hear about your relationship?
I'm like, speak carefully. I'm trying to think. What's something that the audience would be surprised?
She likes to get naked in front of our neighbors.
Okay.
We have blinds. And we have this complex.
This
and
is
it's
not
like,
real life.
bruh, there's people across the hall. And she never closed the blinds. And I'm like, you want people to see? That's fine. Just tell me.
No,
don't pretend like you're, but then all of a sudden, like,
you know what?
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So there's something you don't know.
You want to take it there? We'll take it there. Let's go. So to my defense.
Crazy.
It is
seen
not
anything like it.
It is not like I'm like, hey everybody. Like I joked to him about it, but like obviously, like no one can see. It's just we're on the top floor.
That's
so like
true.
you know,
People
unless
can
it's like peeping Tom. Sorry,
People
God
can
forgive
see.
me. But like no one can really see. I just tease him.
Yes, they can. Because we can see directly in their apartment.
I'm trying to figure out what this has to do with our relationship. But anyway.
She asked a question. What are you talking about? I answered it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm in tears.
I just am open and I'm like not thinking. You know, that's the purpose of your home.
Listen,
it's my safe space.
I am a literal breastfeeding mom. I have no body, like you can't body shame me at all.
Exactly,
Like
truly.
listen, we are women and we are beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
if somebody's looking, that's on them.
Thank
Mind
you.
your
I'm not, I don't get mad. I don't get twisted up. I just let me know. That's what you like. That's all. I'm like, whatever. Like, I want you to live your life. Be free.
Okay, my turn to
truly.
answer this
It's
question.
New
You know
York.
what? Yeah, I'm gonna let you simmer on it. So
I
then
know.
we can come back.
We will, because I gotta get a good one for him.
We're gonna come
Like,
back.
not
'cause
him
what?
throw it
He had that ready.
out the gate. Like, Okay.
Came to
That's
mind.
actually
Okay.
so funny. So you guys shared on social media that we're getting married this year.
Yes.
How's wedding planning going?
Wedding planning is going.
Yeah.
It's going. As we
Yeah.
all know, it's one of those things. And I think because we had a longer engagement, I knew like a lot of the stuff that I wanted.
Yeah.
So like I got to like kind of sit on that as we were in our engagement season.
We
but
gotta break that stigma and stop saying longer engagement.
well, it is to the public. It's not a long engagement to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Like to
But I
us,
feel
like
we gotta stop saying that because we're perpetrating
give us
it.
the timeline then. So you guys got engaged what year?
April
23.
2023.
Okay.
23.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then why do you want to break? What do you
No.
mean?
Okay, so this has been an issue, and this is part of the issue with the
Yeah.
Bachelor world
It's
is
fair.
they assume as soon as you get off the show
Yeah.
that, if this is true love, you get married right now,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
instant.
Yeah.
They don't want to give you time to really understand, like figure it out.
Yeah.
And so like every interview you do, they're like, like literally after when you getting married, like bro, we
Yeah.
just met. Like
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that I know that like it's
This is
a
not
like
Love is Blind.
it's like bro. Exactly. It's like, bro, we did the engagement.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what else you want? Like, bro, that's also pretty crazy. Like, give
Yeah.
us some credit.
Yeah.
But they don't. That's not enough. So, it's something we talk about all the time. So,
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to stop saying we had because we didn't.
Yeah.
We had
To
a
the
normal
yes, we
engagement.
did.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right, most
in-
people are engaged
yes.
for 2-3 years,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Correct,
even
before they get
longer
married.
than that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, so normalizing in our world
yes,
longer engagements, but
Thank
it's
you,
not
thank you.
long. But yeah, so basically I had that window to kind of just sit on a lot of the ideas that I wanted. So when we were like, okay, the time is now, we're doing this, like let's go. I just kind of brought forth my ideas. So I think it's making it a lot easier because it's less like pressure.
Yeah.
I'm so specific, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's not a thing that a lot of brides like come into wedding planning knowing what they want.
Yeah.
And like our wedding planner was like, "Oh, you're like so like
Yeah, why am I
organized." I
here?
was like,
Yeah.
"No, truly."
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Well, you are here for a reason."
Yeah.
But no, I think for the most part, it's going good. It's
Yeah.
just like we're taking it day by day, and honestly, without giving too much away, we're anticipating and excited for the rest of this year. So I
love
know.
it. Are you doing 2 weddings, like Nigerian and?
Yes. So
traditional
yeah, we
American?
thought about like trying to combine both, but
Yeah.
it just like was not going to work just because he has so much family and we want his family to be present for like
Yeah.
the traditional one. So we're just going to break them up separate weekends. But yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to answer. Is it
Yeah.
going to be in New York?
No.
Okay.
I can answer that. No.
Okay,
No.
interesting.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna look so good.
Literally, I'm like, I just bridal era is like
Yeah,
everything.
I know. Are you contributing, Dotun, or are you just letting her do her thing?
yeah, I'm in charge of the cake.
Okay.
So the most important piece.
What
It's
kind
a
of
lot
cake?
of work.
Is it a tall tier?
That's
a
his
bunch of
favorite
tiers?
thing.
Oh,
talk
we
about.
can't. It's secret.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, the
Yeah, she's like,
design
no,
is
it's so
in process.
random.
But we have the flavor,
Yeah.
and
I'm in charge of the cake.
Yeah, I'm in charge of the cake.
You need a
so-
t-shirt that says
big
that.
deal.
Yeah.
Don't play with me.
I love that.
That's
I can't.
I love it.
That's
I'm in
important. So
charge of
yeah,
the
I'm
cake.
working on the cake. No, I try to give insights, and I'm more thinking of right now like the vendors and stuff like that. So I'm doing some of that, trying to figure out like
Okay.
who's gonna get involved. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean most of it's coming from her. I don't have an opinion generally for most things, right?
Which I like and I don't like. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I love how you because that's his personality. He's just very laid back and just very easygoing. But I'm like, okay, say something.
Yeah.
Like whether it's a color or whether it's like a texture, like say
Honestly,
something.
girl,
you know.
enjoy it.
Uh,
Ollie has an opinion.
Uh-oh,
girl,
okay.
and
So let me,
Thank
you
you.
just like-
I'm like,
No, I'm like, you
It's
just
don't
want
want-
it's
you
not.
don't want the
You don't
opposite.
really
You
want
just
Like,
want
she don't
him
know.
over
She don't know
because
no
now he's
better.
gonna be like, yeah, remember
Like,
what
she don't
80
know no
said?
better.
I'm telling
You don't
you,
want
like
that.
sometimes I look at Ollie, I'm like,
it's a blessing.
why do you
I'm
have
dead.
an opinion?
Oh,
Like,
I am so dead.
You would
Okay.
be clashing. Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want
just-
that.
Okay,
just, you
okay.
know,
I'm gonna
on
appreciate
the
it.
small things,
Okay.
and just act like you're looking for the
Yeah, yeah,
opinions.
yeah.
Like, what do you
Exactly.
think?
Okay.
You know
Exactly.
you're gonna do
Okay,
anyway.
exactly.
Yeah, it's all good
Exactly.
until
Yeah,
it ain't.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, not y'all two. Like, y'all are best buds
She got
now.
it. She knows it. This one, she got it.
Ollie always has an opinion.
I
You don't
can't
want
wait to
that.
meet that man. I
I know.
really
I almost brought him
can't.
today, but the baby she
Ah.
asleep. So
That's okay. Let her
yeah,
sleep
we
in
let
peace.
them
Yeah,
stay
yeah,
at home
yeah.
today. But yeah,
It'll happen.
less is more.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
Noted.
speaking of Ollie,
Yeah.
does he know Demola? Demola was on the most recent season of UK Love is Blind. 'Cause he
You
was on UK,
know,
right?
He was. Yeah. I don't know if they know
Oh,
each
they
other.
need to link up. Yeah, my
did
cousin was on
see.
Love
I
Is
did
Blind.
see that on your socials. That
Oh yeah, that's his
your
cousin.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I did see
Yeah,
that.
he got his heart broken. So.
I did see
Yeah,
that
a
as
little
well.
bit.
Oh, he was a little sad puppy.
Anyways, we'll get to that. I was just
Yeah.
wondering. I'm like, I don't know how small that world is, but I
That
was
is
like,
so
they should link
funny.
up.
Okay, let's talk Bachelor, Bachelorette.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into your journey specifically a little bit on The Bachelor and Bachelorette. Let's go way back to the beginning. How did you end up on The Bachelor? And take us back there.
Crazy. I mean, not too much of a crazy story, but crazy because I didn't apply.
Yeah.
So basically I was in grad school and I was getting out of, or I was already out of at the time, a really not so healthy relationship. And I was just kind of taking time to myself, focus obviously on graduating and all this. And my best friend, she mentioned to me, she watches the show, but like she's not like an avid like Bachelor fan. Like she could care less. She brings it up to me randomly one day and she's like, oh my gosh, you should sign up for The Bachelor. And I was like, I'm not signing up for The Bachelor. I'm never going on that show. And she goes, no, I just really think that this will be different for you. Like your personality, I know America would like love you. Like just try something out new. And I was like, I literally brushed it off. I was like, okay, you're just talking silly talk. And fast forward to like, I want to say like five months later, it was like right before, or actually right after I had just graduated. I finished grad school. I was getting ready to like literally move to Charlotte. Like it was crazy. So I get a call from a producer and I don't recognize the number. So I don't answer. So I'm like, okay. Calls again and then sends a text. It's like, hey, this is a producer from The Bachelor. We're wondering if you're still single. I'm like, wait a second. I was like, okay, maybe this is just like by coincidence. And I called them back and I was like, wait, how did you guys like find out I didn't apply for this? It was like, oh, we received an application on your behalf. And so I was like,
I'm getting chills.
no, literally, I was like, I know there's like two people that I could think of off the top. My best friend and then another girl. And I was like, it has to be her. So I texted her. I said, did you actually submit an application for me? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, you didn't even tell me that like, it went through. Like I had no idea about this. And I was like, well, the producers just called me. And I was like, I literally don't even know what I'm going to do because like, this is such a weird transitional period for me. Like I am literally about to like, I accepted a job. Like there's so much going on. And so the casting process is like so long. It's like the whole summer, 3 to 4 months, I feel like is the average time, which is like, you're just waiting. Like you don't really know, like, you are getting excited about something, but you're also like trying to like remain like kind of like, if it doesn't work out, exactly. So I was like telling myself, I was like, I can't put, all this on pause. I just like worked so hard to like get to where I'm at. So end of summer, I am coming back from Paris. One of my good friends from high school, she just got married. I literally like had an insane trip in Paris. So I was like on cloud nine. I was like, everything is really working out for me. I'm feeling happy. Like we're in a good spot. And that's when I get the call that I'm like, oh, you're officially casted. We start filming in 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my God. Like the whole time I was really like struggling with like, do I do this? Do I not do this? But I feel like I was also getting like signs just from like God and like the world of like, okay, this is something that I need to like just do and take a risk on. If it works out, it works out. If not, it's okay. And so that ultimately is what led me to like decide to be like, you know what? Honestly, let's just do it. Like, it could be my husband. It could not. And so I think I am a little bit naive when it comes to that. I am like a hopeless romantic. I'm just a believer of love. So I said, put me in front of a man. Like perhaps, we might fall in love. And so, so I ended up on The Bachelor, which obviously didn't work out. But I personally had a phenomenal experience. Like not everyone can say that. And I do realize that. I'm so grateful that I had a good experience. Still very close with a lot of the girls from my cast. I was on Zach's season. He's stand-up guy, like truly. He's married now to his final one. So honestly, great experience. But obviously that led me to me stepping into the role of Bachelorette, which I also didn't anticipate for myself.
That's what I was going to ask next. Like, what was your reaction when they asked you to be Bachelorette?
I think it's, you know what, I'll be as transparent as I can. I think because, traditionally they ask or they like tend to interview multiple girls from the same season or other people that they have kind of already like in their mind of who they might want to be as the next lead. And for me, when I got approached, it was like very fast. And I was like, well, I'm still trying to process what the hell what did I just went through? Like I need a moment. But yeah, so when I got asked to do all like the interviews and whatnot, I just assumed that this was them checking off a box. Like that was me in my head. So I was like, it's not going to be me, but it's okay. Like at least I got the opportunity to interview. And in my head the whole time, I'm thinking, oh, they're definitely going to choose somebody else. Like it's going to be somebody else. And they, again, very similar process to how they do like for casting. They don't really tell you everything. Like you just kind of have to wait and figure it out and see, and they tell you when it's time. And so I got told on the night of our reunion, so like where the women tell all, and I was completely taken aback. Like I know people were like, oh my gosh, like Charity her reaction kind of felt like she knew. Like I knew because I
was in the process.
Correct, but I didn't know it was going to be me. And I was, if more than anything, I was genuinely shocked because I was like, oh, like I'm also making history again, because as we know, there's not a lot of woman of color who has been lead. I'm the second Black Bachelorette. This is crazy. I am like now about to like possibly find my husband. Like all of these emotions were like just running through me, but like ultimately that I think I was just overwhelmed in that moment because of the fact that I was like, yes, I might find my husband, but also like I now have like this, I don't want to say pressure, but like I'm representing so many of us, and it's like we don't really get these opportunities a lot. So it was a whirlwind of emotions for me, but that's essentially like how I like stepped into this role. And then I was like praying to God. I said, you know what? Like it didn't dawn on me in the moment, but I was like, I accepted being Bachelorette. So like now this kind of needs to work out for me, but then also trying to like reassure myself and calm myself of like, okay, if it doesn't, it's going to be about how I go through this process. It's going to be about how I am either vulnerable, how I show up, again, how I'm representing myself. So I tried to like have that in the back of my mind always, but this one has a crazy story on how he got on my season. But yeah, I mean, I had just an incredible group of guys. Like I still to this day, and he can also like testify for that, I am so grateful because I feel like it was a rarity. Like our cast or, you know, the cast of guys, they picked really good for me. And I don't know, I was like, part of that is like really reassuring because I was like, oh, they were like either really invested in like just my belief of love and like this experience and how I wanted it to play out for myself. But yeah, I mean, it all worked out, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah,
so
with him.
Yeah.
But I want him to tell you his story on how he got on my season because I think that's really important.
Okay.
That people don't really.
Sir?
Well, not a lot of people. No, it is. It's like it is. It's a part of the story.
It is, and I'm definitely interested. Yeah, that was my next question. Dotun, how did you end up on The Bachelorette?
The record, the boys are all right. Y'all all right.
He's always trying to humble somebody. I'm like,
hey, people need humbling in this world. If you ain't noticed, okay?
Okay.
So
I'm so done.
I mean, I feel like honestly, you pretty much told my story. Like
just
in terms
now?
in terms of pretty much similar. Like crazy. Mine was really short notice, 2 weeks, just like a roommate. Was in this group chat. Someone dropped out last minute, and generally, it's like you know, again, it's like a 6-month process. People start getting vetted 6 months in advance, and someone dropped out last minute 2 weeks before filming started, and then one of the casting agents was like at a bar, like, you know, stressing like how we're gonna fill in this role, and then saw some guy and asked him, hey, you want to go on The Bachelorette? He's like, I have a girl. That guy had a friend that was there. He was like, can I be on The Bachelorette? And she said, no. You don't look the part, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's what it is. It is what
You're
it is.
ugly.
It is what it is. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, you know, and
not
so
doing that to my girl Charity.
exactly. You imagine just let anybody on.
Right.
So
Gotta be this tall to ride this.
Truly, it's fair. I get it. I get it.
Dead.
And then for whatever reason, the guy who got rejected was like, "Can I find you someone?" And she was,
Which
like,
is so
sure.
sweet.
Like randomly. I don't know if that's sweet. It's kind of psychotic.
A little bit, but it's sweet because he cares.
But
I
respect,
don't
and I appreciate him.
Yeah.
And then for reason, he just like started texting the group chat, and then this old group chat of college buddies that my roommate happened to be in.
Isn't that so crazy?
He got the text and then sent the requirements. Roommate thought of me, told me to send you some pictures. And I remember it like it was yesterday. Just working, normal day, 2 o'clock, remote.
Oh my gosh.
And then he was sending me pictures, and I was like, "Ah, you're stupid." Thought it was a joke, you know. Like, you want to see me? Okay, whatever. Bro. Just say that. Just say you want to see a picture of me. It's fine, bro. You ain't got to lie to kick it. So.
Yeah.
And then, and next thing you know, an hour later, the casting agent hit me up, and then 2 weeks of hell. But kept getting those signs.
Yeah.
Those like crazy signs. And then the last one was seeing her as the Bachelorette, because I didn't want to be a token black dude, honestly. So that was a big. I remember screaming at my roommates, be like, I remember like yesterday, I was like, I don't want to be a token black dude. And then next day later, they announced her, and then I called my mom, and I was like,
And you're like,
Mom,
yeah, sign me up.
no, I was like, Mom, I really don't want to do this, but like all this
So
shit keeps
hesitant.
happening. Like all this stuff keeps happening, and she listened to the story, and of all people, I was hoping she would talk me out of it and be like, yeah, don't do it. She was like, you know what, son? Sometimes life puts you in these positions. That's what you're meant for. That's where you shine. So I say you go for it. And then I told him yes, and then like literally 16 hours later, I was on the flight. So
Oh my
pretty crazy.
goodness.
Yeah.
I always hear, like, when I am interviewing like success stories from like reality shows, everyone always goes, there were so many things that opened up that made it easy for me.
Yeah.
And there were so many signs. Like every single time there's a successful, like even my relationship, like things just opened up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I didn't want to do Perfect Match. I didn't even want to go.
Right.
I was like, stop calling me. I'm
Yeah.
not coming. And then like by the fourth call, I was like, okay, there has to be something.
Exactly.
But every single time I get a couple on this couch
That's so
is like
crazy.
successful, they're like, everything opened up.
That is so
like
crazy.
it just worked.
That's our thing from our slogan from
Yeah.
our season. Like obviously it took a minute for our love story to kind of bloom. It was a little bit of a slow burn, and once we like obviously started talking, I was like, no, I really like this guy. But I remember on like one of our dates, like I started getting in my head a little bit, and he reassured me, and like it's a saying we say, a good thing is just a good thing. And it's like I am so reminded so many times, and obviously like you talking about just how everything kind of like worked out. It's like I didn't have to like look for a reason for it not to work out. It just like it did, and the world opened itself up for us to like have these moments and this opportunity to fall in love on a on a public platform. Just crazy,
biggest
but
platform,
no, literally,
yeah.
I was like one of the biggest.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no, I love that. So
You nailed it in terms of, I always say this, like luck is a big part of success,
Yeah.
right? I can be like, yeah, I came in, I was that dude, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Rico
yeah.
Suavo, but like, no, like it's luck.
Right
like
place, right time,
everything.
yeah.
So it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
I think that's what you're seeing is those successful ones are sometimes the luckiest ones.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes some of the ones might have made it if they just had a little bit more luck. But alas.
That's so true. Wait, so Dotun, when did you realize Charity was the one for you? Turn his mic up.
no, I'm like that's for the Nigerians.
Yeah, that's for the Nigerians. Don't know. A little duh. Anyways, it was so around the bungee jump day, I'm a big skeptic, so honestly, it's like very hard for me to like be like, oh yeah, it's meant to be. But on the bungee jump day, like I started like that was a real powerful date for me. And like I felt super connected, and then I remember like one of the producers was low key trying to like convince me that I was in love already, right? And it was crazy.
I
and
love
I was
TV.
like, and I
No,
was
I'm
like,
like,
no,
stop
for
it.
real.
I'm
And
like,
I was
I love her, don't
You love her, don't you? Just say it. Just
Bro,
say it.
it's crazy. And I was like, huh? You know? And then so it was just, we had to like almost like yelling, not in a bad way, like love, like not bad. She was just really passionate and doing her job probably, but really passionate. And then but I was like, I'm not doing that. But then I'm actually glad that conversation happened. I didn't like it at the time because again, I felt she was trying to coerce me. But then it made me really think about it, and that's where the good thing came from.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, maybe maybe she's right. And then that's when we had that conversation. And then by then, like I was starting to be like, damn, this is too real. Like shit, I might actually like be falling. But then it was pretty much the next day. That's when it was pretty much solidified. And then like in Fiji, she was on the dates with the other two guys, and then I didn't care. Like in a sense, like I cared like when I was about to go to the altar, but before those, I was at peace.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that was a sign that like, yeah, this is the one. If I make it there, and I felt like I would, so yeah.
I know. I'm like,
Did you know that?
yeah. I would say bungee jumping date was it the evening when we had that conversation about, I think we both like had a lot of similar, like our upbringings are very different, but the things that I think we both felt during our upbringings is what we talked about on that evening date, which I think we were like, oh my gosh, like we're a lot more similar in ways than I think we thought. And basically that conversation was just like not being confined in a box. Like I think with him, he talked about like just like, you know, being a 6'7" Black guy, people expect him to be like, you know, they naturally assume he's like an athlete and does all these things and he falls in this one criteria. And then same for me, it's like how I present myself. I'm just this, you know, naturally super poised, like without air girl. And I'm just like, no, I have a lot of flaws. I have a lot of stuff going on. But it's like we talked about that and we connected on such like a deep level, which I feel like transcends a lot of bachelor talk, I should say. And so that I think that was a really like huge moment for us. And then the following week is when I took him again on a one-on-one day. I was like obsessed. I was like, yeah. I'm like, we're doing another one-on-one. You just had
Run
one
it back.
Like, exactly. I was like, I want more
big.
time.
Yeah.
So I think that's when they knew. They're like, wait, I think this
big.
girl is like in love. And I was
yeah.
like, basically,
Oh, that's beautiful.
beautiful.
So you and Dotun are...
You remember that scene? Do you remember that scene?
No, run it
when
back
they
for me.
when they told me that I got the second one, and all
No,
the dudes
I
were hella
don't.
sad.
The
You gotta watch it
guys
back.
were-
It's just
Wait,
funny.
can
Yeah.
we insert that
If you haven't
clip?
seen that, no facts. Like it was so funny,
Wait,
man.
we gotta insert
They was all
it.
devastated,
It was
and I had to
horrible.
like try to contain my happiness. I was like,
Oh. I need to run it
No,
back.
you do.
So funny.
Probably
I
like
need
the
to run it
worst
back.
moment.
I just feel like now meeting you guys, I need to go back and watch it.
Yes,
Oh,
you'll
okay.
a lot more will make sense.
Yeah, it'll start
a
making
lot more
sense.
will make sense.
You and Dotun are one of the few success stories to come out of the Bachelor franchise. Why do you think your love story isn't as spotlighted as some of the other couples?
Well,
If I had to pick.
not that many answers. I mean, yeah, like it is not like I can probably say this in the best way that I can.
Yeah.
Obviously, very grateful to the franchise.
Of course.
That's a given. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of a conversation that should be had more, but you know, there's only so many of us that, you know, truly speak out about stuff like this.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I mean, we're the first monoracial
black.
black couple to even get engaged on this
Please.
show. So it I hate to say that, and people are gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, don't throw race into it, but
Yeah.
it's like that's the reality.
Yeah.
Like, hello, what's the reality?
Hello. Hello.
And that's the
Hello.
reality. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think, you know, a lot of the shows obviously is based off their demographics, based off like their audience, who watches the show. And I understand that. But also there's a level of that where they have to kind of make us marketable
Yep.
to where we are digestible for their
Yep,
audience.
yep, yep.
And granted, which leads me into like, you know, obviously there's a lot going on now, but the whole conversation of like how I was as a bachelorette, essentially doing my role almost perfect
Flawlessly.
and
Yeah.
without mistake.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't do everything without mistake,
yeah,
but in the, you know, grand scheme of it all, and that is a lot of pressure and a lot of pressure that I carried on my season just as a lead, but even as a contestant too. There's certain ways I couldn't even like respond
Yep.
to. So it's like I'm thinking that this whole time, but also on his end, like how he was, like as a black man on TV. Like clearly, the first season that it happened, we have not had a black man win
Yeah.
the Bachelorette ever.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I hate to say win, but yes, that's what it is. He won, got engaged to, and like for us to represent the franchise as a black couple, I think that's like, oh wow, like it's obviously never happened. So
Yeah.
that in itself is a shocker, but it's just, I hate to say it, but it's just not what people expect,
Yeah.
nor probably, I don't want to say wanted to see. And
Yeah.
and that's the sad part of it all, because it's like our stories too also deserve to be amplified. It deserves to be treated with the exact same way that other stories are
Put on a pedestal.
correct.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, people have their golden success stories, which is great, but it's like, for
What
one-
makes your love different?
correct. And that's
Yeah.
almost like something that we have to think about, but I try not to, because I know it's not a us thing. It's like, yeah, no, our love is what it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just remembering that there's a lot more at play and a lot of other factors that unfortunately come into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with just like socials.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a big conversation today as well
Yeah, yeah.
in other franchises. But
Yeah.
even with just socials,
Yeah.
like the uphill battle to just get one more fucking follower.
It's insane.
Please.
No, it's actually
Please.
insane.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
incredible. And you know, there's I'm gonna give her a shout out. There's a girl, Bachelor Data. She like does an amazing job. I'm sure she probably does it for y'all series too, Love Is Blind too. But she basically does like spreadsheets over like just keeping track of like, you know, contestants.
Yep.
And every single season, I kid you not, when you look at the final four, and usually there's always, like Dotun said, there's always like, I don't want to say the token Black person, but there's a person of color that is in the final four. They are vastly less than in terms of followers, and it's like that's not exactly that is not by mistake. I'm like, there, if for that trend to happen every single season, you can't tell me it's like, oh, you know, they're just not interesting enough. Well, why aren't they interesting? Tell me why.
Right.
You talk to me, Susan. Tell me why.
That part.
So it's like I don't buy that excuse. You know, whether or not you want to sit there and, you know, be at peace and recognize your biases, I can't fix that for you, but all I'm going to say is just sit with them, reflect.
Yeah. I just hate when I go in certain comments of like, not even just your show, but just in general when things switch up, even when like Grant was on and then the comments are, I'm not watching.
It's crazy. No, literally, that was my whole thing. That was
what
me.
is the problem?
I was doing campaigning for my own season before I became Bachelorette because that was the dialogue. It's like, well, I'm not gonna. Well, don't watch. Do not. That's fine. The ones that will, that like literally, I it's just it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah,
it's the weirdest thing.
Man, I also felt like I played it as perfect as I could, right?
Beyond.
I was very aware and like still was authentic, but like brought my best self so I don't, again, you know, give anybody ammo, right? Because they're looking for any excuse to deplatform or not give voices to us. So, it's again, it's so hard to like try to condense this, but man, this stuff goes deep. I really wish that human beings as in general, it's like, I don't know, I guess they just see what they relate to, and like I can understand that to an extent, but I wish we all moved past that and saw character for character.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do, right? I don't give a damn about your skin color. And like I just think it's weird that human beings, it's still to this day, and then particularly in that Bachelor franchise, which is the most like Puritan, and again, all love, like truly, like I really am grateful for them, but it doesn't make it easy, and I think they still have work to overcome those biases. But that's where the money's at. Middle America, that's where they getting their bread from, and a lot of those people are still, you know, just not really able to differentiate the two. So be better, people, is my message. Like, bro, look at character, man. Like, that's how we all gonna get better. Stop looking at skin color. That shit does not matter. So anyways.
So Charity, you were also on Dancing with the Stars after your season aired. What was that experience like?
That one is always like so tricky for me to answer.
I watched that too, by the way.
Yes, I had a good time. It just came with things that I don't think I was prepared for nor expecting. And again, kind of similar to what we just shared. You know, first of all, watched Dancing with the Stars growing up. So I was like, oh my gosh, the fact that I get to do this, the fact that I get to have this like experience and opportunity. Yes, a million times yes. I was so excited. Obviously, Dotun knows. But also simultaneously, this was right after we became public as a couple. So I was very much a little bit on fence and on edge because, again, like I said, very protective over our relationship. And I was like, no, I want to make sure I'm doing everything that I can to make, you know, him feel like he's supported and like, you know, I'm, you know, giving into this relationship and not just like, okay, next opportunity came by, leaving you at home. Like I made sure to like just include him and, you know, uplift you as much as I could. But little did I know that show is going to take over like my life, like in all ways. I mean that in all ways. Going into it again on cloud nine, I was so excited. Did not realize how rigorous the training is. It is possibly one of the hardest things that I've ever done for my body, mentally, and also emotionally. The show days are really fun. That was obviously probably one of my favorite parts. Just, you know, working with the costume team and performing live, being in the ballroom, like that, those feelings I could never like shake. Like I will always have that with me. But on the flip side, as we all know, it's TV, and there's a part of it that a story always has to get told. And you know, my premiere night, I placed top of the leaderboard. And so for me, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is great. We're off to a great start.
Yeah.
And I was like really happy. But I think that was like the top. And then I had a long crash coming down. And I, again, did not know, was not prepared for that. I think they saw someone as someone who is very naturally competitive, but like more, if anything, more competitive with myself. Like I want to be the best at anything that I put my mind to or that I do. So week after week, you know, I'm showing up and putting in the hours, putting in the work. I'm drained. Coming home, still trying to find time to do like a little date night. Like I'm doing it all. And as the show progressed, obviously it's live, so I'm watching and reacting to all of this like in real time. The tune from the audience just kind of started to switch a little bit. And I was not really understanding why, truly, like not understanding. And you can ask anybody that's in my like support system, equally baffled, like not really knowing what's going on. And again, I think it just boils down to what's digestible for audience. And in a competition show, if anything is posed potentially as a threat to maybe your favorite or your person who's top at your list, we need to get them out. Like they need to go. And that was kind of what I started to face, just really insane comments. I won't
talk about. So it's funny you lift that out, but what would happen was because like she was obviously at the top, and she was clearly one of the more talented people that should have made it far early on. So you sort of know the rankings, and then like you know week 3 comes by and she gets a 6 or 7, right? She doesn't get it. She's like, I need to do better. And she's beating herself up, and then the comments are like, wow, like look how aggressive she, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. I mean, no more
aggressive is crazy.
no more blatant display of what a covert racism. Like that's just what it is, right? And like, and so like I didn't realize at the time, but it was tearing her up inside. But like, you know, I'm like, you getting your bag? You were still in this? Like, hey, let's go. You know, like F them people.
God,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's crazy, man. And you just see it so obvious, and you're just like, in 2026 still, like you thinking like this, like you typing these words, and like you hitting enter. Wow. So yeah, like that's a perfect. And she did with that throughout the whole season. Anytime if she wasn't like, you have to be literally perfect.
I mean, and beyond perfect.
Beyond perfect.
Perfect
And then meanwhile, look at the Bachelor. Look at our latest Bachelor. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, bro, the standard is crazy. And again, just want people to recognize it, man. It's really not that difficult, right? Like it'll take some time, but it's not difficult. But yeah, she dealt with that a lot.
Yeah,
so
and I'll tag on to what you said about just kind of like you know, scoring and stuff. So like obviously we would do interviews, and like they would ask, oh, so what was your score this week? And I'd be like, oh, I got an 8, you know, or let me not even say 8. 8's great. I got a 7, not my best, but like I ideally would want to get a 9. Like that's like what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm aiming for.
Nothing wrong with that.
Literally, and it's just me answering the question, and that being in my package for like the next week. It's like, oh, all she talks about is her scores. She thinks she's better than everyone. Like, oh, she just is so cocky. She's so conceited. When I go up, and obviously never happy because I'm stressed. Like I'm stressed. I'm scared. Like I'm anxious. It's like there's more than just one emotion of like, okay, someone's aggressive and like ready to fight you. Like that doesn't even exist on this, like, let's use context here. And it's like, I'm up on stage getting my scores from like Julianne, and it's like, oh, she has an attitude problem. She's not smiling. And then if I am smiling, oh my God, she thinks she's better. So it's like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And that, when I say I've never really been so like merged like wedged between those two things in my life, I was like, how do I maneuver this? Like I literally don't even know how to get out of this. I was like, honestly, I just need to get through to the end of this. And like that is what's so hard for me to say, like even to this day in this moment, is that the experience went from something that was like so exciting to me to like, I just need to survive this. Like I just need to get out of this. And like once I'm done, I can be like, I'm done. I had my time. Thank you so much. Like that's all you get, you know?
Oh my goodness.
And so, just very, very hard. And I wish that it wasn't, but again, I can also recognize how grateful I am for it. I'm very still close with some of the pros. So, you know, that makes me happy, but yeah, it should not have been that case for me at all, because the following year, we see the same kind of treatment happen to Chandler, who placed third. She was honestly, I don't even want to say insanely talented. Probably one of the most talented people that I have seen on Dancing with the Stars. And the treatment she got, horrific.
Yeah.
Year after year, the same.
Very
like it just
scary.
it doesn't stop. And I'm like, at some point, it's not that people are not aware of the trends, y'all are just ignoring it.
Yeah.
And it's like, because it doesn't affect you, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
That's not how life is. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so hard in social media times because like 20 years ago, people would just pick up their phones and vote however you
100%.
see fit. But then
Yeah.
you get on social media and then you see everyone, dogpiling you. So
Yes.
they're like, well, I'm going to jump on board as well.
Yes.
Talent out the window.
Exactly.
It's just like you're already like fighting a losing battle.
Yes.
which
What do
is
they
so
what do they call it?
sad.
Like echo chambers? Yes. I'm
Mhm.
like, that is literally what
Yeah.
I'm sorry, TikTok is. It's
Yeah.
like you see 5 comments where everyone's like, oh my God, I love this dance. Then now the whole thing is like, oh my God, the dance was amazing.
Yeah.
It's like no one has independent thinking
No.
anymore. Like
Out the
if you
window.
say I didn't like the like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
then say it. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it is everything is such it actually drives me
Yeah.
insane. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, so we can't
That,
think for our own. Like okay.
Basket toss though lives rent free.
Period.
Lives rent-free in
Hello.
my head.
No, honestly, I was like the most freeing night because I was like, this is my last dance.
Yeah.
I'm done with
Yeah.
this shit. Thank God. But then also I'm like, no, I'm doing something I
Yeah.
love, and
That
I
was
had like the
iconic.
cheer people from Netflix
Yeah.
with me. I loved
So
them
good.
so much. It was the best week of my
Yeah.
life. So I was grateful for that too. Yeah. Crazy. But here we are.
That was so good. You and I
Thank
with a
you.
bang.
Oh,
I will
thank
say
you,
that
thank
because
you,
that
thank
definitely
you.
ate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy,
gosh.
but-
I feel like we need a sub show. I need like a sub show.
I know.
Where I don't have to wrap up everything so quick because now I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to hear more.
I know.
Or we just go to dinner.
Exactly.
So let's discuss the headlines right now about the canceled Bachelorette season because what the helly? What are your thoughts right now after you heard about Taylor, Frankie Paul, and what's going on with the Bachelorette? Where's your head?
Honestly, it's like this is a great question to sum everything up. Kind of just everything we just talked about.
Yeah.
A little bit of like just the double standard. I will say from someone who is very empathetic, I'm an empath in everything that I do or try to be. I'm very sad. I'm
Yeah.
very sad for her situation. And obviously I know that we don't have all the facts, but what we are presented with and what we are shown with, that's also what we have to go with. Very sad for her. I want her and Dakota to truly be in the best mental state, well-being for their children. There's children present, and I think people are also forgetting that. Somehow we're just bypassing that. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
there's children present, and I'm like, these are their parents. This is the environment that they are living in. It's not conducive. It's
Right.
not good.
Right.
Watching the video, it's not good. Horrific.
Terrifying.
Horrific.
Yeah.
On the flip side,
That video's from 2023.
2023.
So how did we get here?
And that's it. Thank you.
How did we get here?
Thank you. So it's like, and I will quote.
Tired.
No,
The
'cause-
shaking
I'm tired,
my head
boss.
king. That's
I'm
too
ti-
damn
I
bad.
was tired, boss.
No, and I'm gonna
That's
stay true because
tired.
obviously I've
Truly.
spoken about this, so I kind of have to like stay consistent, and
Yeah.
nothing that I'm saying is like different. But I will quote what Rachel Lindsay talked about. She talked about this on her podcast, Higher Learning, and I was like, oh, this is actually like she just spoke it so well, so eloquently. It's interesting, again, that they were okay with taking the risk for someone like Taylor when we just discussed, the obstacles that we are still
Yeah.
hopping through
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a success story from this
Yeah.
franchise. And it's like, that's not a risk, but somehow uplifting this, or like maybe pouring more money into my season and having a bigger budget, that's a risk. We got to be very careful with that, but this is not.
Now you don't have a season.
Hello. So that is where I was like, Rachel said that so well. And I'm like, I don't know. And like, honestly, very eloquently, like
Yeah.
I was like, it's nothing against Taylor. I think I at least am very supportive of her finding love. She's deserving. No one's saying she's not. Like, everybody's deserving of love. But I think I want everyone to be just very mindful of the standard
Yeah.
that we're setting, because if we're going to set that standard has to be applied to everybody, and it's not.
100%.
And that's just, again, the reality that we are in.
Yeah.
And that is where I have a struggle with on the flip side, but also naturally as a woman of color, as a Black woman in reality TV and coming from that franchise, that grace is not given.
Yeah.
It's not given to
Yeah.
Dotun. It's not given to me. If I was to do that, the season beyond cancel, I'm like, the network would collapse. Like, and
would've
that's
never
just
made
the,
it.
no, that's
We
just
would have never made it.
no, and that's just the
100%.
and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And so
We
it's like,
wouldn't
I'm
either.
not here to like shit on her. Like, I am fully supportive of her well-being. I want her to like get help. I want, I
Mhm.
want everything to work out.
Mhm.
But it's this two-way street of like, okay, well, how can we now set this standard? Because I'm like, oh, well, then this is the mark that you guys are going to make. So everything that follows after this, make sure you're giving that to everybody else that's after, because now you are setting the tone. That's essentially what you're doing. And it's frustrating to
Yeah.
see. It really is frustrating. It's hard. While also trying to just be empathetic to it
Mhm.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly. No, you said it.
Yeah.
Listen, it's Bachelorette situation. First of all, I'm not surprised. I ain't shocked, right? When they casted, I was like, interesting choice.
Yeah.
But I understood why. Obviously, didn't know about the DV stuff, but even then, you could still see there was like, I don't know, but whatever. It is what it is, and yeah, everything coming out, it just reinforces what we've just been saying,
Yeah.
which is just like, the standards are so freaking different, and like I just wish some of these networks like take a stand, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you got to make money and do what's right, but like take a stand and do what's right, or at least to try to attempt to slowly move in the right
Yeah.
direction. Like,
Help us.
yes,
Help us.
either, and it's like,
Yeah.
honestly, go all in or don't. Like,
Yeah.
don't have us on the show then, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
don't be like, oh, we're fighting criticism, let's get a Black person
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
Like, just go all white then.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then like let other people, like, I would rather have
Cannot.
that than like this pretending of like, oh, so
He needs a
then we'll
permanent
get-
mic.
No, I know.
We'll
I'm like,
get-
A mic in his face.
You get a
mic.
I mean, for real, it's like
Yeah.
don't this performative stuff.
Yeah.
It hurts more than it helps. At this point, and so yeah, I just wish that they had done better, and I wish that it wasn't such a big contrast to our season. Like, remember throughout the whole time since they chose her, I've been telling Charity, we see billboards, we're like, yo, they are throwing money behind this season.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is incredible. I've never seen anything like that. Come to find that they knew all this stuff prior,
Yeah.
right? Whether they're going to admit it or not, they did.
Yeah.
Right. I know the vetting process I had to go through. Right. They sure as hell have that for her. I mean, you're seeing like obviously like a therapist, 3-hour call, 1,000 questionnaire. They have a full profile of who you are. They know everything, background check. So
I mean, even if
They
we
know.
didn't know exactly who she was, we saw enough on TV.
Thank
There was
you.
enough public
that's
information.
what I said.
And
That's
The
what I
public
said.
information alone.
And
I'm
that's
like,
the thing,
what?
but
Can you
it's
imagine
like-
if she was on
Yeah.
Mormon
No,
I'm
Life
saying
acting
I
like
would-
that?
I
She
hate
would
to
never
say
be
it, but it's
casted.
like-
I feel like you said, like none of this is super surprising.
Yeah.
Like, she was obviously a wild card from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
jump,
yeah.
like very obvious. I feel like we can get people that are entertaining and good people.
Yeah.
Like, not she's not a bad person.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to make that clear.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like, clearly, that's not someone you want to be platforming and putting on TV.
Yeah.
It's possible. There are people out there who are entertaining and also really good people without a history, right? Why can you not find those people?
Right. And there were women that were single from her show as well. That were also single.
Truly.
And
No.
also from the franchise. But
Yeah.
hey, that's neither here nor
Oh, yeah.
there. I
That
don't.
is true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that part.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that just hit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And this was their, like, I don't know, like their build ultimate
Yeah.
person.
Moment.
Let's make sure she's white. Let's make
Mhm.
sure she's got a following. Let's make sure she's crazy. They
Crazy.
they try to hit every box, and
And
you
they
fuck around and
did.
find out.
Yeah,
like,
they
that's
sure
that's the
did.
case.
They
you fuck around and find out. And
the
here's the
thing
thing:
about
without
her-
that video, without Dakota, nobody would have said, nobody would have known anything, and she'd have kept making more money, and she would have kept, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But she still will.
yeah, no, exactly. She's only gained followers, right? She still
Yeah.
gained followers.
Yeah.
This girl will lose half her followers if she posts,
Tell
the
me
most
about
basic
it.
I
shit
posted
ever.
go vote and I lost 20K followers.
I'm telling you.
Go vote.
She's
Yeah.
gaining followers.
Yeah.
Again, nothing personal. This is a bigger conversation than any individual.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, you're not that important.
That's why I was like, I
Not
really
one
want someone
person,
to like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a bigger conversation.
Bachelor
Bigger
data to write a
conversation,
thesis
yeah.
on this truly
Yeah.
because
My goodness, you guys, this is I feel like I need a sub show. I keep saying that because I feel like we're not going.
No, I know.
We're
We need to,
barely
like, yeah,
scratching
I
the
know.
surface, and it's like so relatable on so many levels.
Yeah.
And it's across networks. It's across production. It is a nationwide, worldwide thing that's just like, are we okay?
No, literally.
Are
I'm
we
like,
okay?
I didn't want you to get all of the people from Love is Blind to Bachelor that are like
Yeah.
in a room.
Let's
and
chat.
oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm
We'll all
talking
have
about
the same
the
story.
dialogue would
Yeah.
be incredible.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
confused.
No, literally.
Um,
Just confused is it.
Wait, Charity, but you met her on Before the Rose special.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Honestly, that was such a fun day.
Yeah.
We didn't really spend a whole lot of time with Taylor, minus the conversations that we had. I feel like she asked like a lot of questions. She was like engaged, and I feel like she wanted to like know as much as she could. But also, I think the other highlight was just like being able to meet all the other bachelorettes. Like obviously we are all in a group chat. We know of each other on social media, but a lot of us have not had the opportunity to meet. So being in the same room was just very like, it was like nostalgic, but also very like, I don't know, like it was just really good. It was
That
very
was really cool to
joyous
see,
and
yeah.
like happy to have all of us there for like one solid reason, I should say. But yeah, she was very friendly, very, open, and she wasn't in the nitty gritty yet. So I think, she was still
On
very,
high,
yeah.
Were you either of you surprised that they canceled the whole season?
Yeah, actually I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say that according to Bachelor Happy Hour, it's paused. So that's the thing. We don't.
Paused.
Yeah. So I'm like, I
Okay.
have a feeling that they might. I don't know.
It's coming back. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, I
They
feel like they're
spent
gonna.
so much money. On
Yeah,
this
they're gonna
season,
somehow.
even for network
something's gonna get
TV.
salvaged.
It's gonna get unpaused.
Yeah.
Charity, as someone with a master's degree in mental health counseling,
Mm-hmm.
what are your thoughts on someone who may be struggling with their mental health going on a TV show like The Bachelorette?
My God, today. My favorite thing to talk about. You should not do it.
Yeah.
You should not do it. The risk is far too great than it is what your reward would be. And I say this as someone, I'm just going to speak from experience, and I also made a video about this, and I stand by it 10 toes. When you are going into an environment that is going to create such a vulnerable experience for you, but also seeking a vulnerable thing, which is love. It's so vulnerable. You don't know. Like, you can't predict, it might go this way. You genuinely never know. It's love. That's how love is. You owe it to yourself to show up as best as you can.
Yeah.
And obviously, I know there's a saying of like, oh my God, like, well, life doesn't always like work out where everything's lined up. I understand that. That's a given. But it's like, you also would be doing like yourself a disservice if you are not somewhat prepared. That's like going to a job interview and you don't like, you have no idea like what the
what's
question, what you're interviewing for.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so much on you emotionally, it's so much on you physically, it's so much on you mentally that I like still to this day, which we are almost 3 years removed, almost. I am still like adjusting, just like psychologically, like emotionally, just trying to figure out like, oh wow, I went through this grand experience and it changed my life for the better, thank God. But I'm still adjusting, and it's like the impacts that being in reality TV filming has on people. The audience doesn't get it.
No.
They won't get it
No.
unless you sign up and go on a show.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it was very hard for me to adjust coming back to life and going through that. And I did a whole year of like therapy beforehand. I was in the trenches, like deep. I was like, I am preparing. I was like speaking over myself. Like I genuinely thought like, okay, I took this so serious, the opportunity of finding love. That's how serious and real it was for me, of like, I'm going to do everything that I can to show up as the best part of myself. And we like even joke about it today. It's like, yeah, obviously we presented our best versions of ourselves, but that's also kind of taking it back to what we talked about, like coming off this show. It's like, yeah, now maybe a little bit of that. I don't want to say mask falls, but it's like,
reality.
Now you see a little bit of how I deal with, when we're in crisis, or how, how we deal and, manage something else. It's like, it is different. And that's a part of us, like obviously going through together as a couple, but, beforehand, it's like, that's just what I feel like is important. And if you are not in the place to go, or if you're not in a good mental place, you should not be on reality TV.
Yeah, it's
and
not worth the
unless you don't care.
sacrifice.
And if you don't care and you want to just play a character, then by all means do so.
Yeah.
But for me, this was not a game.
Yeah.
So
I say that too. Like,
Yeah.
go to therapy before, go during if you can,
and after. Hello.
Like,
All
do
three.
it, and then after the after.
And yeah, no,
just keep going.
Yeah,
like, we
never
need help.
stop.
That's
Yeah.
not a normal experience.
It's not
normal.
It's literally not. Yeah. And I'm like, I try to explain. And it's like, even talking to like some of my friends from like not this space, they don't get it.
Yeah.
They will not get it. And it's like, I can
yeah.
just, I'm just like venting to them and they're like, yeah, like, okay. But like people who have been in this, realm, they kind of get it. But as a lead, it's like, I have to depend on like, obviously the other bachelorettes or just, other people who have similar experiences. And it's very challenging. It's very challenging. And I always think of you too. Like you can add to it of just like mental health wise of how much things change, like, and how hard it is.
It's very tough.
Yeah.
It's not as easy, like I said in the beginning, as it seems. And like for me, I've had like, again, all the travel and everything, like it's taken a number of my health, right? So it's like my health, my lower back has gotten worse. I will say this, I think like you could maybe do a show because I think the experience is amazing, right? Like I do. Like I think it's incredible if you're someone who wants to live life and like get the most out of it and do novel experiences. It's great, but yeah, don't do it maybe unless you really know who you are.
Yeah,
and I think that
part.
comes at a certain age, right? Like
yeah.
before 30, probably not.
That frontal
You know
lobe.
what I'm saying?
They say 25. But
Not enough for reality TV. That don't apply to
not
reality
for
TV. Reality TV brain is like 35. Like dead ass. That's a whole different lobe you got to develop. That ain't even frontal lobe. So
Reality
like
TV lobe.
facts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say like you really got to know who you are. Like
Yeah.
that's probably the biggest thing. And the ones who get the most lost are the ones who don't know who they are because you're not gonna have time to find it.
Yep.
once you come off the
And
show.
the world will
You
tell
don't.
you.
The world
They
will tell you.
exactly who you
Exactly.
are.
And you got to be ready for
And
that.
you got to be
Exactly.
that person.
Exactly.
You have to be that person.
Or defend. And now you're
Yeah.
spending your time instead of learning who you are,
Yeah.
responding to what other people think you are.
Yeah.
That is a hellish nightmare that you are going to regret when
Yeah.
you're 40 years old.
Yeah.
It's not.
And nobody
worth it if
cares
that's the
about you.
case.
No,
Nobody's
literally,
going to
that's
eventually
the
care about
yeah,
you.
nobody
Nobody's going to care about
does.
me at some point.
Yep.
Nobody's probably going to care about you. Maybe.
And that's
Who knows
You
though?
might be right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the case.
Yeah.
So at some point, all this ends. We don't know no
Yeah.
bachelors
Yeah.
from 15 years ago, and
Yeah.
we don't.
Listen.
They're not in the public. So eventually, you're just gonna be left with yourself again.
Yeah.
You better be
Mhm.
happy with who you are.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, that was fun.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Wait, how long are y'all in LA?
I'm like, I want to extend our
We
flight.
leave in less than
I know
24
it's
hours.
tomorrow, but I'm like,
Oh.
we'll have to see if we can extend it for
Yeah.
maybe a day. 'Cause
If you
I'm
do
like,
or if you don't, we
Yeah.
are here, and
Okay.
Allie and I, we would love to
do
go.
dinner,
Yeah,
that would be great.
that would be, and even just talk.
yeah.
Like we don't even.
No,
have to
I
eat.
know. I'm like, I also need
I
to
have
hear
so
like
much to say.
I know I need to hear
Yeah.
y'all's experience.
know.
Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am just so curious about everything.
I mean,
'cause-
pretty similar.
Yeah.
yeah, all good things,
Crazy.
just like that.
Yeah. All good
You know what we
things for
need
the
to
most
do?
part.
We need to create a union for Black reality.
No, that's why I told
TV.
AD. I said,
Do
Like,
it.
low
We will be the
key.
president.
hello, I would lead.
Listen.
Lead in charge.
Listen.
Okay. Emily's taking me out.
No, I loved this conversation,
Yeah.
and we need more of this. Like, we need to not be afraid to get behind the mic and say
talk about
our
it.
reality,
Hello.
because that is the point of this. Like, what is
it?
our reality?
What is
And
it?
people need to, like, they don't hear it, they don't
Mhm.
see it enough. They're just like, oh, they'll be fine. They'll
Yeah.
be fine. They're on TV. They're fine. They're
That's
getting brand deals and they're public figures and blah. They'll be fine.
so
There's
bad.
so much.
Yeah.
There's so much more. And this
Mhm.
conversation was so important. But again, it is just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. Like, there is
Absolutely.
so much.
Yeah.
But you carry it so well,
Thank
so
you.
gracefully,
Thank
so
you.
beautiful. This is beautiful.
Thank
Like,
you.
I love how you guys have each other's back, and like, it's just, I love this energy.
Thank
Just a
you.
beautiful couple all
Ugh.
around.
You're the best. No, this was
Appreciate
such
you,
an
yeah.
honor to come and do. I've been waiting, so you have to have us back.
Well, before
Yeah.
Yeah.
we go,
Uh-oh.
what is next for y'all? I know we're doing wedding.
Yeah.
What's next?
I'm like wedding.
Yeah.
What else? I'm kind of just focused on kind of navigating career of just what I want to do. I think I won't tease too much, but just kind of
Any more reality TV?
no.
No.
I
I'm
mean,
done.
maybe like I don't want to say no reality TV.
Yeah.
Like I'm down to do something that's like a competition, like
Yeah.
couple or something.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like obviously, I'm not looking for love. None
Right,
of that
right,
nonsense.
right.
And I'm gonna be put in a house with people, they better be somewhat well. So
That part.
yeah,
That part. Don't lock me in an insane asylum.
No TV right now, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won't
yeah.
say it's off the tables.
Love
yeah.
that.
And then Dot, anything you have?
Yeah, similar sort of really this year. Two things is my health and also sort of rebranding. Because of everything we sort of talked about, it's been hard to put myself out there because even like conversations like this, like unfortunately my followers are still Bachelorette. They're not. It's not gonna click. I can't be like making content around. So like this is a year where for me I need to start to step into that a little bit more, be more comfortable, and like not care about the numbers and stuff like that. Again, which goes back to what we're talking about. Like these are things I'm constantly thinking of and struggling with, and you would never know. You probably think, oh, he's just chill, like he doesn't want to post, but it's like I want to post. It's great, but like I just don't know how to like really connect with that. So this year's for that, and again my health too. So like won't get into that, but I've got like some pretty significant lower back stuff that's gotten a lot worse since the show. So yeah, it's been on a good journey up and up, and like hoping that my goals on the wedding day that like both those things are complete and come to fruition. So making good progress so far.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm praying for y'all.
Thank
And you guys have a spot on this couch any day. You show up on a Wednesday and you're like, I got something to say.
Okay, period.
Call me.
Call
me, and
I'm
we
like,
will
don't
make
give me
space.
the invitation.
I'm
'cause
not kidding.
I
I'm
will
not
be
kidding.
here.
I am not kidding. Any place, anytime we can talk. Thank you guys for joining me
we love
here.
you. Thank you.
You're a real
Thank
one.
you.
guys
Give you your flowers too. You had a great season.
Yes.
You were showering her. She didn't even shower you. No compliments.
I did.
No, you didn't. You had a great season. Charity
Thank
really
you.
did.
Is he
mess with
actually
you.
for real?
And like she was like, I remember right after the season ended, we were
This
like,
man is my
connecting,
biggest op.
like, hey, like I said in the car, if I'm your op, then the truth is your op. Okay?
I'm crying.
If I'm your op, the truth
the
is
truth.
your op.
Not
That's
the
hey,
truth.
I don't make the rules here, okay?
Okay.
But you killed it. Great season.
You
and,
don't know
like,
what me and AD talk
yeah.
about, so
You
that's
guys-
fine. But yes,
we
I
was
second
rocking
all
with
of
you
that.
since day
you.
one. So
Thank you
killed
guys.
it. Happy for all your success.
Yes.
Keep
I
going.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you.
So Ollie said what's up too.
I
Yeah.
will.
That's the boy.
I need to do a link because you
Yeah.
guys have a lot to talk
No,
about.
actually, I liked Ollie too.
Yeah.
And, I really did, and that's hard for me to like a lot of these on reality shows.
That's
but
so funny.
He started speaking a lot of sense. At the beginning,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know about this guy, but towards the
Yeah.
end, I was like, hold
Yeah.
on,
Yeah,
he's
he's got a little bit of sense about him.
So,
A little bit.
I fuck with Ollie.
Oh, thank you. And thank you guys for joining me for another episode of What's the Reality. Be sure to follow us on all social platforms at What's the Reality Pod, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, y'all.
What's the reality? What's the reality?